I'll just do test 1, 2, test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Hey, what's up? No Emily this year, no.
I'm right down the street at Mass Maritime this year.
Oh, that's awesome. What grade are you in?
The freshman.
Should probably mute that because we're Oh, there we go. How's it going? Is Nana Nancy coming?
I called her and I said, there's a game. And she was like, what? Why didn't you tell me I was come? I said, I don't know. I was 83 yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Here all the time. You should know that by now. Just making sure this looks good real quick. Yeah, should be all set. I want to do, yep.
Assisted by Coach Ken Worthy and Coach Joe Cole.
Let's have a good one. What is it?
May have slightly different definitions.
Yeah. All right, everyone, we welcome you to the John Gallo Ice Arena here in Bourne, Massachusetts. A fantastic South Coast Conference showdown. The two best teams in the SEC over the last couple of seasons going head-to-head once again as the 1-3 Somerset Berkley Raiders get set to take on the 1-3-1 Bourne Canalmen. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds this afternoon. I'm Keegan Ambler on commentary. Ed Strode is the man running the camera. Well, as we head into the new calendar year, Happy New Year, everybody. We'll look to see a little bit of a changing of the tides from either side. Bourne started that off on New Year's Eve with the 3-0 dominant performance over the South Shore Voc-Tech Vikings. For Somerset Berkley, they're on a 2-game losing streak coming in. Tough Dartmouth holiday tournament for them. They had 2 tough losses against the Dartmouth Indians and the Auburn Rockets. First lines out there for either side. It's going to be Bastis and Kirby on the draw. Bourne's in white. Somerset Berkley is in blue. Here we go. That's going to be Colin Lush going to get it behind, and he gets hit right away by James Kroll. Comes out to the point. That's Hunter McLean shooting it. Got blocked by Bastis. Kennefic unable to hold it in. Everybody's going to tap up. Here's Royds on the glove down. Royds will go short to the captain, Cam McKenna. Got deflected a little bit behind Mason Mello. Earned his first career point a few games ago. Sent down the ice. That will be an early icing against Bourne. Starting goalies on either side. Jackson Palmborg has played every game so far this year. A .213 goals against average and a .906 save percentage. Gavin Rodriguez gets the nod again for the third straight game. 1-2, a .304 goals against average and a .914 save percentage. Back out to the point, and it's fed across to Gabe Gonzalez. His shot scores! It got tipped as it went through, and Somerset Berkley is up 35 seconds in. Looks like Gonzalez is going to get credit for it. You thought for a second if there was going to be a tip right in the middle from De Silva or Lyons, but it should go down as Gonzalez's third goal of the season. That's the start Somerset Berkley wanted. Collins going to play it off the boards, deflected off the helmet of Seitz, and it's lofted back in. Collins back around. Camaro looking to pick it up. Gonzalez was waiting for it at the point. Carpenito will get it out of the zone. Sent back in by Ronan Kelly behind the cage. The senior defender Lucas Machado up on the left side. Took a deflection, no icing here. That puck gets deflected, it goes out of play. We'll have a face-off as the clock is still running here. They gotta stop that in a second. But either way, that's our second whistle. Let's meet the head coaches on either side. So we know Frank Carpenito, 8th season with the Canalman, born high graduate, class of 91. Great assistant coaching staff, Coach Arkey, Coach Coulter. Justin Kuchar, first-year man for Somerset Berkley, replaced Kevin Snyder after 23 seasons. Works now as a gym teacher over at Somerset Berkley. He's got a great assistant coaching crew as well. Brian Horta, longtime assistant, Logan Santos, and Brandon Anderson. Collins looking to find Drew Kelly. Instead, picking it up short was Ben Buckley. Kelly up the ice, hit nicely by Lush. It goes right on frame to Gavin Rodriguez, who will make unofficially his first save of the afternoon. Both of these sides so far in the first 4 games for Somerset Berkley, 5 for Bourne, have shown they've got a lot of depth. Yet 11 different point scores for Somerset Berkley so far, whether they got a goal or an assist. 10 different players for the Bourne Canalman. Is that stick down by Royds in the middle? Bass is trying to get it out. He can't. McLean's shot goes high off the glass. Kirby with the stumble. McKenna has an angle on it, and he'll leave it on the left side for Adam Bastis, who will send it down. McLean pressured, gets it away to Thomas, who had 2 goals on Wednesday in that 3-0 win. Another hero on that one, too, for Bourne was James Coral. 3 assists on the afternoon for him. Assisted both of Thomas's goals, and he assisted that last one to Landon Hope. Played over the middle. Here comes Cole Thomas trying to get around Cam McKenna and nudged nicely. Looked like that was Anthony Diallo, first game of the season for him, getting on that hit. Here's Kennefic at the point, shooting it, blocked down by Bastis, and he's able to get it to neutral ice. McLean to the left side of Thomas, gets onside before he makes a play on it. Anthony Diallo, a junior, 1 goal, 3 assists in his career, only had 1 assist last season. Here comes Lyons up the ice. Pomborg will stick it aside. Taken over on the short side, shot attempt not going to go on frame from Lyons. Comes a rush the other way, and it was broken up. Carpenito was looking to find Seitz. Here's Gavin Kamara taking over, and a nice save by Pomborg. He steers it off to the right. Kamara picking it up again, gets it out. Here's Diallo. Diallo to Kamara. Seitz backed off of him. Diallo on a one-timer, saved by Pomborg. Saw that one right through traffic. Played behind, that's De Silva looking for a Kamara. That'll work for Diallo on the left. Diallo hit the board. Will go down. Kennefic, the old Rochester transfer, looking to make a move. Kamara still working, drifting off to his right. Now the Bourne captain, Hunter McLean, working by 2 Raiders. Kamara still pressuring in there. Gavin Kamara, only a sophomore, 3 goals, 4 assists in his career. A turnover. Carpenito will pick it up. His shot goes wide on the left side of Rodriguez. Nice leave off, but Hope can't connect with Carpenito. Here comes Lyons, who's been out there for a long time, just going to dump it in so he can get off the ice. Collins trying to get it by Carter Sylvia. Ronan Kelly will pick it up. Starting up on the right side, he's got options as he drifts towards the left. And a nice rush all the way up to the opposing blue line. Here comes Carter Sylvia on the stick drag. Carter Sylvia, the backhand is saved by Pomborg. Rebound goes to Michael Landry behind the net. Sylvia trying to work. Collins with the hit. Will pop in front. Here's Machado with the touch. Yeah, it looks like a hand pass. They're going to bring it all the way down to Rodriguez's end. For Somerset Berkley, this is their South Coast Conference opener on the year. They did play Apponequet, who's an SEC member in the Prenda Cup tournament. It does not go down, though, as an SEC result. Bourne played Old Rochester, OR and Fairhaven co-op earlier this season. That was actually last Saturday, where they fought to a 1-1 tie. That was a terrific game in which Tucker Roy got sent to the penalty box. Icing called here against the Raiders, and it'll go right back down to Rodriguez's end. The Somerset Berkley side, as most of us know by now, The second year of a co-op with the former Dighton, Rehoboth, and Seekonk side. Also still co-op with Case High School. So essentially you're drawing from 4 high schools for this team. Like I said, up and out of play. Right on the short side by Colin Lush. State champion in 2024 with the Seekonk Warrior baseball team. And he's going to get to it again. Got the puck by James Cole. Lofted all the way down the ice. There was no touch from McLean. And we got another icing called. 9:59 to go in period number 1. Got to talk with Coach Justin Kuchar before the game about some keys to trying to get a win tonight. Main thing was discipline, staying out of the box. That's been an issue for the Raiders this season. Wants to see the speed and improvement on their style of play, as well as just playing team hockey all the way overall. Coach Carpenito's main keys were pretty much taken care of in terms of their responsibilities. Just continue what they were doing on Wednesday's game. He also pointed out mainly McKenna and Bastos to watch out for those top 2 players. Here's Voigt on the left, can't connect in the middle to Mason Mello. Icing this time is waved off. Bastos looking to make a hit on McLean. McLean will pick it up over to Cole Thomas on the left side. Thomas spins his way out of trouble. It goes by Kennefic, works for Kroll on the right. McKenna gonna loft it up. Didn't go out of play. Some of the players stopped like it was gonna hit that netting back there. Head towards the Siren Shack they have here at Gallo Ice Arena. Delicious food, so when Somerset Berkley comes here next year, if you're a Bourne fan and you haven't been to a home game yet, come on down to John Gallo Ice Arena. Terrific snack shack in there. They got a little penalty box pro shop as well. Get some hockey merch. Bastos takes over on the backhand and a nice glove save by Jackson Pomborg. That's his 5th already this afternoon, and he holds it for another draw. Camara looks to catch up to it, and he does, behind the net. Carpenito coming in to help for the Canalman. Collins was tied up in there. Carpenito will get it away to Seitz, just hopped over his stick a little bit. Sent back in by Diella, but Gavin Camara is in an offside position. Gavin Camara was a part of the Somerset Berkley football team. Had a tough season. They went 2-9. Did fill in a little bit as a kicker. Made a couple of extra points. And still doing that as an underclassman. You gotta love to see it. Freshman year last season, he had 3 goals and 3 assists. He's already working his way up the line chart. Landon Hope with a nice hit on Jake De Silva, trying to leave that puck for Kelly, which he does. 8:35 to go in the first. 1-0 Somerset Berkley on a goal by Gabe Gonzalez. Carpenito will give it a chase as he got by Anthony Diello. Carpenito still holding behind the net, looked to wrap it around, and some stick work nearly taken over by Camara. Tried to feed it down for Seitz on the backhand now is Charlie Rosa. Here's Hope. Took a weird bounce. Seitz across, nobody there in white. Camara with the good hustle, leaves it for Lyons, will just backhand it away right by the blue line, almost parallel to it. Sent back in by Rosa. Ronan Kelly tried to get there for Bourne. Gavin Camara going to take over instead as it went behind the cage. Hope trying to trap it there with his foot. 5 guys in there fighting for it. Camara walks out with it into the middle and tried to leave it for Jake De Silva. Coach Carpenito for Bourne and Jake De Silva actually know each other a little bit. They do some summer hockey every off season, so they get to know each other a little bit. The shot goes right on frame to Jackson Pomborg, and he had to cover it. Gabe Gonzalez was walking forward yet again. And I also got to talk to Coach Carpenito about that before the game, what's it been like seeing the improvement of Jake De Silva in the offseason, and now in his 3rd season with the Somerset Berkley ice hockey program. And he said it's good. You know, sometimes it takes a while for some players to get going. Sometimes you get it right away in your freshman year. Other times, it'll take a year or 2 before you find your stride, as we have another icing called here. Jake De Silva, last year he scored his first career goal as a sophomore. This year already in his junior year, he's already got 2 goals. That's for Bello and Buckley on the face-off, and Machado's going to take over behind the net. Gettings gets a stick down. Carter Sylvia plays it in the middle. Good stick work by Drew Kelly, who's hit down hard. Buckley behind tried to backhand it in front. Rebello cut it off. Machado to Sylvia, tried to play it over the middle. Kelly got a stick in there. That was Landry looking up. And another nice hit. It falls for Drew Kelly. Rebello comes in to give it a chase. Carter Sylvia is going to step to it behind the net. Going to win that one-on-one matchup against Andrew Kennefick. Kennefick stepping up, 3-on-3 rush the other way. Andrew Kennefick still going by one, left it short, shot. Might have gone off of the shoulder of Gavin Rodriguez. That was Gettings walking forward. Carter Sylvia stepping behind again, knocked down. On the backhand, nearly turned over as Bastos saw it right away. All the brothers, Noah and Sam, are in the building tonight. Hopping puck goes down. That's an icing against the Canalman. And nope, they're going to call for the face-off. It looks like to be at the center dot. They were waving off the icing, so just going to have it right at the John Gallo Arena with the Canalman logo right in the middle of the ice. The Bourne Canalman share this rink with a couple of teams, Upper Cape Tech and Sandwich. Sandwich girls played just before this. The Sandwich Knights boys side, I believe it's their senior night coming up right after this one. One-on-one chance the other way. Here comes Cam McKenna trying to cut it back, and it's sticked away by Kelly. Bastos finds it, short side. Adam Bastos still holding as he walks around. On the backhand, nobody there in blue. Ronan Kelly's there, though, in white. Kroll will get it out of the zone. That's Royds going on the left. The freshman Mason Mello looks to pressure Ronan Kelly. Thomas. Looking to play it over the middle. Good stick work by McKenna, now battling against Kirby. A turnover. Here comes Cole Thomas, 1-on-2. Thomas overskated it, tried to get back to it as a stick got touched. It looks like we're going to have a penalty coming up here. This is going to go against Bourne, as you have Colin Lush controlling it. There's the touch by Thomas. First penalty of the game will lead to a Somerset Berkley power play. And it's going to be Cole Thomas going to the box. Cole Thomas, one of two alternate captains, 3 goals, 2 assists this season, 18 goals, 15 assists in his career as a junior. Landon Hope's ready to take the draw. McKenna and Kamara figuring out who wants to take it for the Raiders. It will be Kamara. Played off to the side. Kennefick can't get it clear on the original attempt. McKenna Kamara battling in there. McKenna gets the better of it. Gonzalez tried to feed it across. Bastos was there on the right. But instead it's found by Hunter McLean, who will get it down the ice. Seitz is going to give this one a chase because you got Hope waiting for it in the middle. Seitz right into the mix, and it's covered by Gavin Rodriguez, who will let it go. They're going to keep the play going. Kennefick nudged by Kamara. Carter Sylvia will send it down. McLean looking to go around for Seitz. Hit nicely by McKenna. Gonzalez will follow it up. Gonzalez, the shot is saved, but the whistle came before. He had a Canalman player down off to the side. Let's hope he's okay. That was Charlie Seitz who was down. Seitz had the only goal in that 1-1 tie against the Old Rochester Fairhaven Co-op. Seitz received it from Andrew Kennefick. Kennefick put it right on frame to Tucker Roy, and Seitz found it right on the right side, right over there by Palmborg's end to just bury it. That was in the second period. Gonzalez looking to find Sylvia again. Ronan Kelly on defense. Sylvia spins his way. He had Kamara. He wants to take it at the edge of the circle himself. Sylvia flips it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez shooting it on Palmborg. McLean will play it off the boards and down the ice. Gonzalez, a good burst of steam. His shot saved by Palmborg with the left pad. Shot at the point, sticked away. That time it'll go out of play by the stairwell. This is a South Coast Conference that is wide open. Really, anybody can take it this year. Surprisingly, the team with the best record so far in the SEC is Greater New Bedford. We're here, and they had a 3-1 win. Excuse me, a 5-3 win. Their last game against Upper Cape Tech. Looks like we have another penalty coming out. This might be 5-on-3 for the Raiders, and it looks like it is. Hunter McLean might have been called for a slash right in the middle. So 5-on-3 for 39 seconds. Heard the whistle come right away as that shot attempt wouldn't fall from Lucas Rebello. That would have been his first career goal. Gets it out to Royds. Royds across, back door, shot wide. That was Lyons who took it. Royds again walking in, goes back to the left side. Lyons had the puck hop over his stick. Goes to the left point, Colin Lush. Lush, back to Lyons. Lyons walking in, and he tried to feed it over to Royds. Here's James Kroll with the puck. Just holding it, trying to kill off more time, and he dumps it in. 3:10 to go in the first. One penalty is over as Thomas comes back on. We're back to 5-on-4. Chase Lyons on the left. Kennefic will send it back into the Raiders' defensive zone. The freshman defender, Cooper Royds, to the left side to Adam Bastos. Bastos, one of 3 team captains. Lush sticked away. Thomas almost would have had a 1-on-1 chance against Gonzalez. Going the other way, shot attempt by Sylvia will go wide of the frame. Thomas sticked around. Camara will not hold it in. It looked like he was going to cleanly. Just hopped over his stick. 40 seconds left on the Raider power play. Here's Bastos in the middle to the left side to Sylvia. Sylvia will play it off to the right, waiting for Cam McKenna to catch up to it. He'll play it behind. Camara still holding. Camara with options goes down behind. Sylvia. And McKenna and Gonzalez. There it goes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez shoots it again through traffic. It's covered up by Jackson Pomborg. Some extracurricular activity going on in front again. It's a fantastic crowd here at the John Gallo Ice Arena. You see it with a lot of the games. Bourne definitely has more fans here, but Somerset Berkley fans, they did great making the 35 to 40 minute trip here today. That's De Silva trying to get it out in front. Puck still loose in the area, and it's flicked back to neutral ice. Machado sends it back down. We're back to even strength as McLean will go to the box. Kelly. Line's trying to get a stick in there. $1.50 to go. Over the middle. Camara going to walk up the other way. Here's Seitz. Charlie Seitz holds it up. Plays it in the middle. Shot. Save Rodriguez. Here's the follow-up chance. It's blocked as Collins took it. Ronan Kelly running on back to get it. Goes all the way down for an icing. What a pad stop by Gavin Rodriguez. Coming into the season, as it was last year, because in the 24-25 season, Rodriguez and Minash split starts. It's actually a discussion of who was going to get the nod for more of these games. Minash actually started Prenda Cup round 1 against Taunton. Let up 4 goals on 10 shots in the first period. Then they went to Gavin Rodriguez, and he's played the rest of the way since. Coach Justin Kuchar did say, though, that Minash will get the starting nod in the next game on Monday. We'll preview that later. Bastos coming in, saved by Pomborg. Plays it with the stick to cover it up for another save. We have 14 viewers on the live stream watching at home. We thank you from wherever you're watching. And we have a lot of our Somerset Berkley audience tuning in for this one. The game I've been looking forward to the most this year. McKenna found it after he received it from Sylvia. That one did not miss by much. Up over the middle, here's Kennefic with 33. Tripped up. No arm goes up. Sylvia finds it. It's off the mask of Palmborg. Follow-up chance will go off the back net and out of play where a lot of the Sandwich Blue Knights players are watching. Boy, that was a close one. You could have called that a trip. I don't know if a stick got in there. But Carter Sylvia had a really good look to try to walk forward with it. Carter Sylvia has 7 career goals. He has 1 goal, 2 assists so far this year. Shot wide. Seitz looking to pick it up. Seitz can't get it out. Bastis a shot, a stick down right in the middle. Here's Ronan Kelly up the ice. McKenna trying to get an angle on Seitz. Seitz got the puck into the zone. Back to the red line. Kelly will send it on down with 2. And they're going to call an icing. So they'll bring the face-off over to Palmborg's end. This is the game that a lot of fans feel like decides the South Coast Conference almost every single year. The Raiders have won it 3 years in a row. Before that, it was a streak of DRS titles. 2019 was the last time a team besides Somerset Berkley or DRS has won the SEC, and that was when Bourne had it. That's also the last time that Bourne has beaten Somerset Berkley. We've reached the end of the first period, the unofficial shot on goal tally. Somerset Berkley with 14 and Bourne with 4. The live stream, we'll keep it going, but we're going to mute the mic for the rest of our audience. Ed Strode and I will take a short break. Second period is coming up momentarily. Don't go anywhere.
Top. No. You actually have noise canceling on now, so.
Everyone, we're back at the John Gallo Ice Arena here in Bourne, Massachusetts. About ready to start the second period in today's South Coast Conference high school ice hockey matchup between the Bourne Canalmen and the Somerset Berkley Raiders. 1-0 Somerset Berkley is the score through 15 minutes of play. Gabe Gonzalez, the team captain, booted his third goal of the season, a shot he took from the blue line. It might have been deflected in front. We did not see one, though, from Lyons or De Silva after checking it during intermission. Gavin Rodriguez has stood strong for Somerset Berkley so far with 4 saves. Palmborgs might have stood even stronger, saving 13 out of 14. Second period underway. So it's played into the middle for Adam Bastis, and it's offside at the line as Kirby was trying to re-enter, but Kroll was already in the zone. Adam Bastis has had 2 older brothers go through high school ice hockey in the SEC, Sam and Noah. Got to chat with both of them. Former DRS player Jay Millette is also in the building tonight, and they were saying too, like the SEC, it's so competitive now. It's not like how it used to be with them and Somerset Berkley just ruling it for all of those years. Crow couldn't get on the end of the shot. Kirby got it away on the short side of the shot attempt from Thomas. Wouldn't go. Played back behind. Lush cuts it away from Thomas. Mello trying to get a step in there on Kroll, and he does to send it down the ice. This will be an icing, though, against the Raiders. Next game's coming up for either side. Somerset Berkley will be at home back at the Driscoll Arena on Monday, 6 o'clock, to take on Dedham. JJ Sylvia, the former Raider, will be joining me for that broadcast. And again, 6 o'clock is the start time for our Somerset Berkley audiences. It was originally 5. They booted it up an hour. Bourne's next game is going to be away at Greater New Bedford on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. No commentary for that one, potentially no film for that one. So if you're a Canalmen fan, make sure to get on down to the Hetland Arena. Carpenito gets it behind Rodriguez's net. De Silva will take over on the right side, over the stick of Lyons. How about McLean at the point? It got blocked in front. Sights on the follow-up. It got through to Rodriguez. A third try wouldn't go on the short side from Landon Hope. Still fought for Rodriguez, and the splits will cover it up as Carpenito got it right on frame. Frank Carpenito, who's the son of head coach Frank Carpenito for the Canalmen, has a goal this season. This is his first career goal. He scored that one in the loss at Nantucket. Hope trying to keep it in. He can't. Kamara able to get it out of the zone. The reach behind. Here comes Gabe Gonzalez. The speedster up the ice, shoots it. Gobbled up by Jackson Palmborg. Fought for right along the side boards. Hope corrals it behind. Spun off by Kamara. He leaves it for Sean Collins. Nice hit. De Silva trying to get back to the puck. Lyons stepping in as well. Carpenito has it in front of him. Lush kept it in the zone. De Silva will get it on frame, and Palmborg has to hold for another one. Jackson Palmborg, he came in today with a .906 save percentage, which was 107 saves on 118 shots. He saved 15 out of 16 so far today. The Raiders will get on the end of the puck. Sylvia shoots it, blocked, and it goes right on the other side. That one had some steam on it. Forget and Rebello both were available in the area. If either one of them booted it behind, it would have been their first career goal. Kelly nudges Rebello away. Lush will send it back in. It looks like it took a touch of a player in the Raiders bench, and we'll redo the draw just outside of the zone. The two teams, as we mentioned, with a lot of depth. How about a lot of skill from the freshmen? as Kroll makes a nice hit right in open ice. 7 freshmen for the Somerset Berkley co-op side, 3 for Bourne. And Carter Gettings, one of those freshmen for Bourne, already has a goal. A couple of those freshmen for Somerset Berkley have assists on the season as well. It's 5-4. Kroll has to leave it back for Kennefic, 2.5 minutes into period number 2. McLean gets it by Bastis, stick down by Mello, and now Bastis trying to get control of it. It's gloved by Kennefic, too far for Kroll. Royds gets it in the defensive zone right by the face-off dot. Kennefic on the takeover, will send it in behind. Pops on the other side. Kirby slap shot, put it high and wide. Kroll on the follow-up, will send it behind again. McLean's waiting for it on the left side. Gets it over quickly. Wasn't the cleanest of passes. He gloves it on down. Too far for Thomas and Kirby. Lush behind the net. Kroll's going to take over. He shoots it. It's blocked. Might have been trying to pass it to the other side to Thomas. And it's walked out by Adam Bastis. He has McKenna on the right. Adam Bastis, saved by Pomborg. Jackson Pomborg, the last game against South Shore, noted his 7th career shutout. He had 3 shutouts last year out of the 8 wins and 1 tie that Bourne was able to earn. Both teams fell in the state tournament in the round of 32 last season. Shot attempt from the point was blocked as Rosa took it. Lyons shoots it, another save. Camara looking to follow it up, holds it up on the backhand, switches it on back down behind. Lyons looking to find Rosa. Rosa on the backhand, keeps it in, played into the middle. Stick connection almost worked from De Silva to Lyons. Chase Lyons back on the ice after sustaining an injury the first game of the season, Prenda Cup Round 1, which was a 6-2 loss to the Taunton Tigers. Penalty is coming up here against the Raiders. As Seitz's shot goes wide, there is the touch by Camara. Pomborg was about halfway down the ice. So the Bourne Canalmen will go to the power play with a chance to tie this game. 11:05 to go in period number 2. And they are going to send Anthony Diello to the box. Anthony Diello, one of several players who are a part of the DRS co-op when that team merged 2 years ago. Gonzalez can't get it out. Here's Ronan Kelly going short. Thomas. Gonzalez again pressuring. Stick work, pops it up in the air. They're trying to backhand it to Hope. And there it is. Landed Hope behind. Machado will apply the pressure on him. Carter Sylvia will take over to go the other way. Carter Sylvia, nice rush the other way. Sylvia shoots it deflected right onto Pomborg. Here's Thomas, the nice move. Cole Thomas is waiting for everybody to meet up at that blue line. Gets by Rebello. Thomas still holding on to it. Edge of the circle now. Left for Hunter McLean. McLean makes the move. McLean left it for Thomas. He had a lane. Carpenito was telling him to shoot it. Like, dude, take it. Hope will send it on down. It gets by Kroll. Machado on the backhand. Gets it away, looking to find Rebello. Rebello can't get it out. Pass attempt. Other side. Thomas deflected by Kroll and it goes just wide. 50 seconds on the man advantage. Played on the left. Landon Hope. Across. Thomas. Saved by Rodriguez. Follow up on the short side. Want to go. Here's Ronan Kelly at the left point. Across to Thomas. Across. They score! Landon Hope 1-1. Well, you knew in that sequence it was going to happen sooner or later. 5:20 is the time of the goal. Landon Hope's second goal in 2 games. Give credit to Thomas on that assist. That'll be his 3rd apple of the season. And we got a tied game here in Bourne. McKenna will deflect it down. Kelly will pick it up. Short to Carpenito on the left. Off the skate of Bastis, not out. Mello on the backhand, down. Carpenito will take it. Royds with the box out coming and another turnover. In front, and Seitz couldn't get onto it. Couldn't tell if that was McLean or Carpenito, but it was Carpenito making the rush the other way. And here comes Adam Bastis, drifting to the right. Saved by Pomborg, he covers it up. Wow, what a stretch of hockey over those last few minutes. It's the loudest this building's been since Canal Cup back in February of last year. This is a Bourne Canalman side that has not beaten Somerset Berkley, as we mentioned, since 2019 when they defeated them both times in that 18-19 season, 7-0. That's 12 games in a row now. No ties in that stretch either. Here comes Kroll on the right, an option in the middle. He tried to get it in front. It was blocked off of Colin Lush. Thomas able to pick it up. Back to the point. Shot blocked in front again by Bastis. And here comes an odd man rush the other way. Bastis tried to get it to McKenna. McKenna nudges off Kennefic. And here comes a rush the other way by James Kirby. He's got Thomas. Kirby gets it down. Rodriguez will stick it away. Kroll able to get it down in his skates. Down to Thomas. Cole Thomas. Back out. Kennefic, the one-timer, fanned on. Mason Mellor right side. McKenna right on the Pomborg again. He's up to 20. Thomas picks it up at the red line. Will just send it in. Diello. Running up on the left. Diello to Camara. Gavin Camara. To Canalman pressuring him. Gets it away to Lyons. Lyons beats Kennefic to the loose puck. Chase Lyons still going with it. Lyons down behind. Camara. Camara's still working with the puck. Camara shoots it, save, and there was a rebound chance on the other side. The net was partially open for De Silva to potentially try to get there. Sent down the ice. We got another icing here against Bourne. Just get those tired lungs, tired legs off of the ice. Gettings will pick it up for the Canalman. Machado can't hold it in. No icing here as Gabe Gonzalez goes back to retrieve the puck. So we hit the halfway point of this one, 1-1. Goes by Gabe Gonzalez and Landon Hope. Gonzalez right side, save. Pomborg, he covers it up, and we'll hold it. Buckley will take over after Rebella won the draw. Now it's Carter Gettings, the goalkeeper for the soccer team. Over the middle, tried to find Kelly. Gonzalez deflects it right in front of the Bourne bench. Carter Sylvia can't play it up further down the ice, but he's going to take over. Right side. Sylvia's still going. Carter Sylvia scores! Carter Sylvia, he did it all by himself. The Raiders are back in front. That took less than 3 minutes to respond. Carter Sylvia, second goal of the year for him. Puts Somerset Berkley back in the lead. Pomborg leaves it for Kennefic. Played it over the middle, deflected. Bastis is going to take over. Bastis across, and it got deflected as he was trying to find McKenna on the other side. Carpenito too far for Seitz. Machado looks to go to the left to Bastis. We'll send it on in. McLean for Seitz. Charlie Seitz, cross ice. That's a good connection to Carpenito. Hopped over his stick. Gonzalez fan on the clearance attempt. Forget still controlling, and he gets train wrecked in the middle by Charlie Seitz. Hope with the nudge. Seitz still going, and a nice cutoff by Chase Lyons. Lyons gonna enter in again. Shot is behind the net. Tapped around by Kennefic. Still working with it as Gonzalez. Held in. That was Lyons, and Gonzalez put it wide. Kamara back down. He was looking to find a Silva. McLean will get it away to Seitz. Seitz can't get it out, man. Maybe he did as they hopped over Royds. And now it's Lyons again. Chase Lyons shoots it. Glove saved. Rebound still loose in the middle. Here comes the follow-up chance by Lush. Pomborg with the snag right in the middle. Here's Ronan Kelly being pressured by Lucas Rebello. Rebello with a second good hit. Kelly retreating on behind the net again. Will look to walk over the middle. He gets by 2. Going to get by the 3rd, and Rebello. Get a little ankle breaker move on him, though, to send him down on the ice. Crawl across to Thomas. Thomas able to pick it back up, tried to make the move on the right, and he couldn't get by Royds. Kelly looking to send it in, and there it is to Rodriguez, and he's going to hold for a face-off.
How do we go around to get the number?
G-Rod has the face-off on his left. Bastos coming in to take it for Somerset Berkley. Kirby can't win it. Mello can't get it out. That's Ronan Kelly onto Rodriguez. He didn't see it until the last second. Diallo now controlling behind. Thomas tried to get a stick in there. Kroll might take over here, but Mello able to boot it up right to himself. Good work by the freshman. Ronan Kelly again. To the left to Kroll. In the middle, off of Kirby. Thomas or Kirby couldn't beat Diallo, and Diallo's still going. Anthony Diallo, a save by Pomborg. There goes the other way. Thomas receiving it from Kirby. Cole Thomas shoots, save Rodriguez. Rebound will be picked up by Rosa, right behind. Bastos coming in to help. Thomas tried to get it out to Collins at the point. It's lofted out by McKenna. 3:50 to go, second period. 2-1 Somerset Berkley over Bourne. We knew this was going to be a great one coming in. They just have to dump it in on Rodriguez again. And now it's Adam Bastos. Bastos tried to leave it for Mello. And now it's going to be walked out the other way. Here comes Gettings. Taken over by Gonzalez off to the right side. Nice move. McLean. Oh, he couldn't beat that last defender. Off the sideboards to Silva, can't hold it in. Buckley's going to give it a chase, gets nudged by Gonzalez. McKenna on the backhand down. Hunter McLean gets it by Lyons. Gettings trying to find it, almost got sandwiched in there. Kamara picks it up, walking in the middle. He never got the shot away. Kamara leaves it. Here's Machado shooting it through traffic, and it's covered up by Jackson Pomborg. Jackson Pomborg unofficially up to 27 saves so far tonight. Machado dishes it. Gonzalez's shot is blocked. It's going to come out of the zone. He's able to retreat on back, but Lyons was offside. He couldn't touch it. Here's Hope, who scored the only Bourne goal so far tonight. Machado on the backhand, looking to find Gonzalez, taken over. Seitz, try to get it to the point. Here comes Lyons the other way. For Kamara, who has to fish it out of his skates. Kamara leaves it. Jake De Silva shoots, it's blocked. It went off the skate of James McKenna. That's Seitz to Carpenito, who flicks it right on back. Charlie Seitz trying to get back on side. Carpenito finds it, and there were 3 Raiders back there. Now it's Landon Hope into the middle. Carpenito, and it hopped over the stick of Seitz again. Gonzalez rushing the other way. Gabe Gonzalez, hold, shoot, save, and Kamara couldn't catch up to the rebound. Back into the middle, and McKenna will send it on down. 100 seconds to go in the second. A turnover. McKenna came in, but it was offside as the puck just came out of the zone. Looked like that was Kamara who was already in. Lush is going to send it high off the right glass and down. Ronan Kelly taking over. How about Carter Sylvia doing the work today? That one barely just gets over the glove of Cooper Royds. Looks like a whistle. We'll stop to play. The faceoff is going to be by Rodriguez's end. Again, we thank you to all of us who are tuning in, whether it's on the live stream or any of our tape delay feeds. Keegan Hamblett on commentary. Ed Strode, the 11th year man now, running the camera for the Canalman. Here's Kroll, still holding, nice pressure. They're gonna get it to McLean, and he does. Hunter McLean, not out. Here's Thomas. Thomas looking for a redirection, sticked away by Royds. Thomas trying to get to a step in front of Sylvia. He can't. Back to the red line it goes, sent on down. Final minute to go, period number 2. Here's number 2 for the Raiders, Carter Sylvia, lofting it high and caught. A little basket catch for Jackson Pomborg. De Silva and Kirby this time, and Kirby wins it off to Ronan Kelly. De Silva takes over. Now Ronan Kelly's going to walk the other way with it. Horn's got a couple options forward. Ronan Kelly couldn't get it over to either of them. Here's Hunter McLean right side to Cole Thomas. Thomas pressured by Kamara. Player lost the stick. Get a whistle with 27.4. Looks like they get a penalty coming up against Bourne. Cole Thomas going to the box. And Kamara's going to the box, but they're going to keep it 5-on-5, it looks like. Maybe there was a scuffle down there. I didn't see it. It was right in the corner down there. So Kamara and Thomas in the box, both star players for their respective teams. 20 seconds to go. Kennefic off the boards. Gonzalez hauled down. It's going to be offside, though, as Carpenito was just trying to walk in. Seitz was already in the zone. In past games, although Somerset Berkley and Bourne has been quite competitive for a while, you don't really see it be as physical as it's been so far today. Shot attempt covered up by Rodriguez. McLean took it as he was walking in. Hunter McLean doesn't have a goal yet this season. He does have 4 assists, though, to his name. His career 1 goal, 9 assists. They can now win it. 6 seconds. Maybe one chance here for James Kroll. Never got it on frame. Held in. Ronan Kelly turned over. All right. 15 minutes to go. 2-1 Somerset Berkley. Their goal scorers once again, Gonzalez and Sylvia. Landon Hope, the goal scorer for the Bourne Canalman. Unofficial shot on goal tally. Big discrepancy. Somerset Berkley with 31. Bourne with 14, but a 1-goal game as we head into the final 15 minutes. Ed Strode and I are going to take another break. We'll be back for the third period momentarily. Alright, we're back inside the John Gallo Ice Arena here in Bourne, Massachusetts. 15 minutes to go in the South Coast Conference ice hockey matchup between the Bourne Canalmen and the Somerset Berkley Raiders. 2-1 Somerset Berkley is the score through 30 minutes of play. Their goal scorers are Gabe Gonzalez and Carter Sylvia, two upperclassmen. The alternate captain and junior for Bourne, Landon Hope, has their lone goal on an assist from junior Cole Thomas. Thank you for joining in on any of our feeds. Keegan Amblett on commentary, Ed Strode on camera. Third period underway. Once again, Bourne's in white, Somerset Berkley is in blue. That's Royds taking it behind, pressured by Seitz as the second line is out there for the Canalmen. Carpenito in front, where'd it go? Rodriguez had that post covered. Seitz was looking to hold it. Put it right out in front. He had a really good chance. McLean turned over. Bastis looking to find McKenna. It's not there. Forget hauled right on the right side. I don't know if he fell all the way down, though. Lush tried to glove it. Carpenito can't get it out. It's sent right back in behind Jackson Palmborg, who's right now at 30 saves. A turnover. Chance for Forget. Deflected off to the side. Landon Hope still trying to get it away. McLean will pick it up. Right off to the side. Forget applying that pressure. Left short. Carpenito has to reach behind him to get it. Carpenito will send it across for Landon Hope. It looks like it's offside at the line. He was trying to bring it back out, so they'll do the draw right outside of the zone. Silva and Kirby on the draw. De Silva wins it, but Buckley's trying to get back to it on the side. Mason Mello beat him to it. Someone lost the stick. Penalties coming up. Penalties coming up. It should be against Somerset Berkley. Cross check is the signal. It's going to be Jake De Silva going to the box. Kamara and Thomas are already in there because there was already matching penalties. We were playing 5-on-5. That's going to be expiring pretty soon. Now, big chance here for Bourne to try to level this thing up one more time. Kirby gets tossed off the draw, and Kroll's going to take his spot. At the line, held in by Ronan Kelly. Gonzalez will backhand it out. McLean makes a nice move. Will step up into the zone. Got by Lyons. Fed across. Kirby hopped over off to the side. Nudges Machado away. Off of Kroll. Still controlled behind the net. Kirby trying to come in to help. Off the sideboards. Ronan Kelly backed off. And Adam Bastis is going to try to counter the other way. He can't get past the red line. Flicked up by Gonzalez. He'll get there. Gonzalez shot wide on the left. Gabe Gonzalez still going with it. We'll send it on down the ice to kill off more time. Already killed off a third of this penalty. McLean now having trouble with the puck. Lyons getting in there. Hope. Leave it on behind for Hunter McLean. He's going to force Ronan Kelly to go off to the side. Kelly for Kroll. James Kroll has the most career goals of anybody on this Canalmen roster. Seeing if he can provide a spark as he gets it over to Landon Hope. Hope still holding. Walking down behind. Kroll again, hopped over the stick. Bastis sees it. Can't get it in time. McLean, it's blocked off of Bastis. Right back to neutral ice. Kelly away to McLean. 40 seconds on the man advantage. McLean still walking in, just slammed down by Adam Bastis. And he'll clear it the whole length of the ice. Kirby still going with it. He got by Royds. James Kirby trying to walk into the middle. He got hauled down. So he was still going on that right side. Ronan Kelly has a lane. Kelly across. Hopped over the stick of Kirby. Kirby gets it on back to McLean. Kirby. Rebello nudged by Hope. Landon Hope. A penalty's coming up. It's going against Somerset Berkley again. A slash is the call. Just after that penalty expired, Bourne's going back to one man up as Kamara and Thomas, their matching penalties earlier on, are over. And now you got to put those top guys who were just out there the whole time back out onto the ice. You're going to need that spray that soccer players use in order to help keep their endurance up and to make sure that they don't get any bruise marks or Charlie horses. It's spun back down the ice. Pomborg will leave it there. He thought about getting to play it out, but Ronan Kelly was right there in time. Here's Landon Hope. We know he has a lot of endurance playing soccer in the fall. On the left. Try to get it to Kroll. James Kroll gets back to the puck. Kroll will be pressured by Royds. Landon Hope behind. Here's Thomas out in front. 3 players drawn at that puck, 2 in white, 1 in blue. Lions can't get it out. Spinning away was Kelly. Now it's Cole Thomas into the middle. Kroll never got it on frame. McLean walking in. Gets by Kamara. Hunter McLean. Tried to flutter it out in front. Hope gets it on back to the line. That's Kroll. Hope. Hope short side. Glove by Rodriguez. Estes able to win it and chip it off to the side to Gonzalez. Taken right back over by Bourne. Here's Kroll pressured by Diallo. Ronan Kelly. Try to get to Kroll. Hope gonna step it on Diallo. Skate being raised that time. Kelly with 40 seconds on the man advantage. Left side for Kroll. Kroll looking back door, and Thomas couldn't find it just in time. McKenna can't get it down the ice. Gonzalez might, and he will. It's been 2 golden opportunities for the Canalmen. So far, they've come up 0 as we hit 10 minutes to go in regulation. Hope on the backhand over to McLean. McLean will enter the zone. McKenna and McLean are both being held right off to the side. Justin Kuchar, the head coach for the Raiders, doesn't like that one. There comes a big burst of steam for Charlie Seitz up the left side. Got it by McKenna. Diallo's right there, though, for the Raiders. Penalty time's over, so this will be an icing against Somerset Berkley. Again, next game's coming up for either side. Bourne Canalmen will be away Wednesday, January 7th at Greater New Bedford. Puck drop set for 4 o'clock. No commentary for that one. If there is a live stream, be sure to keep an eye out on the Bourne Wears Purple YouTube page. Somerset Berkley at home Monday, 6 o'clock. Driscoll Arena against Dedham, as Rodriguez will make another save. JJ Silvia will be joining me on the call for that contest. Those teams tied 2-2 last season. There's a touch, and another penalty is coming up. It looks like it's interference. And this might be De Silva going to the box, so this is going to be the 3rd power play in a row for the Bourne Canalmen. I mean, at this point, you got to get one on this. You've only had 1 shot on goal in those first 2 power plays. That's De Silva's 2nd penalty of the evening. Another 2 minutes on the board, 9:26 to go in the game. Kroll looking to get it back to Thomas. Hopped over his stick. Ronan Kelly sees a lane, and it hit the crossbar. Now it's McLean. On the backhand, down for Cole Thomas. Thomas out to Hope. Landon Hope didn't have a lot of space, so he gives it to the sophomore, Ronan Kelly. Back to Landon Hope. Hope shoots it. It gets deflected high and off to the right. Kroll working against Chase Lyons now. Got behind Lyons. Lush will get on the end of the puck. Looking to send it around, and he does. This has been a terrific hockey game. Pretty much been a 1-goal game the whole way. Ronan Kelly. Tried to get it to Hope and it wasn't there. Might have been tapped down by Gavin Kamara. 8.5 to go in the game. Gabe Gonzalez scored the first goal of the contest, 35 seconds in. Yeah, Landon Hope tying it up in the second period. 2.5 minutes later, Carter Sylvia gave the Raiders their lead back. Here's Kroll, gives it to Kelly. Ronan Kelly, still holding on. Trying to get it through Bastis, tipped by Hope, and Rodriguez might have gotten a touch in the mix. Back to the point to Kelly. Ronan Kelly, left side. Thomas, Kelly, shoots it, blocked off of Bastis. Machado to Gonzalez. Thomas is going to take over. Kelly holds it in. Kelly, look at back door, a little bit of a high pass. Hope to McLean. Back to Hope. Landon Hope, walking in, shoots it wide. And the Raiders are going to walk out the other way with Gonzalez and pretty much kill most of the penalty time up. There's still 7 seconds. There's Thomas working on the short side, sent all the way down. Penalty's over, back to even strength. The Raiders are 3 for 3 on the penalty kill here in the third. Landon Hope going back up the ice. He has Seitz and Thomas on his left. Hope will just backhand it down. He's got to get off. Here comes Carpenito back on for the Canalman. Royds and De Silva both battling in there. Thomas will get it free to Seitz. Seitz to McLean. McLean for Seitz in the middle. Took a few deflections. Picked up by Cole Thomas, and it's blocked right in the middle off of Royds. Carpenito was in the mix. If it would have worked for him, he probably could have put it home. Pretty comfortably, I would have said. Carter Sylvia just going to launch it on down wide on the left side. He was past the red line, no icing. Kennefic now battling against De Silva. Kirby coming in to help. Chopped out and out of the zone by Royds. Lush walking in on the right. Got it by McLean out in front. Rebello will get onto it. Hit by Kennefic. Seitz trying to locate it in his skate. Kennefic coming in to help. Rebello nudged down. McLean, too far for Carpenito. Lush shoots it wide. Now it's Kennefic across. Can't connect with Carpenito. In his own defensive zone now is Colin Lush with 6 minutes to go. Taking over. Here's James Kirby. Shoots it. Save Rodriguez. Rebello spinning his way. We'll get it over to Carter Sylvia. And now it's Gavin Kamara 1-on-2. Gavin Kamara still going. Left side. Save Palmborg. Rebound. Sylvia can't catch up to it. Mello sticked it down. It's going to go the other way. Sticks being tied up. Kirby got it further. There's Kamara to get it out. Thomas can't make the stick drag. Here comes Charlie Rosso's hit by James Kroll. Thomas had an option in the middle. Levels down Anthony Diello. Kroll tried to pick it up. Lyons going the other way. Lyons sends it on down behind. That's Sean Collins with it to Cole Thomas. Cole Thomas works his way in the middle, connects with James Kroll. Kroll enters the zone. In the middle, the backhand in front! Wouldn't go! It's off the line! Rodriguez got it with a stick. Here's Ronan Kelly at the point, shoots a tip, blocked. Kroll follows it up, and he tried to get it across to Landon Hope. Walked out the other way by Chase Lyons with Carter Sylvia. He's offside at the line. Face-off gonna come just outside of the zone. Bastis against Hope, and Hope wins it. Bastis looks to take over.
Terry, trying to fill it again. Thank you.
Still battled for. Bastis looking to find Forget now. Hope's got an angle on him, and Landon Hope will make a step right in front of the puck. Good job by cameraman Ed Strode to just yell at these fans. You know what? They didn't know. That's Hope to Collins. Collins off of Thomas and right into the penalty box. Our backup goalie, Nate Minosh, just playing. Maybe we'll keep it in his pocket. Nate Menashe's going to get the starting nod, Raiders fans, in that game on Monday against Dedham. Will look to rebound after a tough start to his season. Game 1 against Taunton. Nate Menashe in his career, as we're looking forward to that game, 6-4-1 career record, a 346 goals against average, and an 876 career save percentage. Here comes Frank Carpenito. Tried the odd man rush, deflected off of Kamara and down. Kirby will pick it up for Bourne. Nobody's there in white. Off the boards. Kamara can't walk it out. De Silva will. Jake De Silva. Let's turn right back over to Hunter McLean. McLean to Carpenito. Space on the left. Carpenito waiting for some help. Here comes Kennefic. Kamara gets it out. Now Lyons chasing to the puck. McLean back defensively. Chase Lyons hauled down. Was trying to draw an arm. Not going to get one. You can feel the intensity, the nervousness starting to pick up here for the Canalmen. This time is slowly starting to wind down for them. There's Frank Carpenito working against Jake De Silva. Carpenito turned over. There goes the other way. Gavin Kamara with Chase Lyons, but Lyons is going to go to the bench. Kamara stumbled as he was working by the blue line. Here comes Seitz. Seitz to the right to Hope. Landon Hope. The top guys are going to come on here for Bourne. Kennefic tried the slap shot and he fanned on it. Here's Carter Sylvia. Stick drag. Sylvia shoots, save. Rebound, scores! Cam McKenna puts the Raiders in front 3-1 with 2:42 to go. .12:18, the time of the goal. Cam McKenna, 4th of the season, 19th career goal. Might have just put the game away. Still plenty of time though, 2.5 minutes. We've seen crazy finishes before in SEC play. It's gonna come out. Ronan Kelly's gotta go hustle back to get it. McKenna doing a good job applying the pressure. Question's going to become if and when does Coach Carpenito want to pull Jackson Pomborg. He also has the timeout he can use too. They want to drop a play if they can get a face-off by Rodriguez. Kroll on the backhand. Goes to Hunter McLean. Spinning his way with Thomas. Hope trying to catch up to it. Pomborg started retreating the other way, and here comes Lyons. Chase Lyons shoots and a save made. He'll hold for the face-off. Bourne wins at McLean. Wanted to go around behind the net. Carpenito can't walk forward with it. Second effort will get out of the zone. Kamara's still applying pressure onto that puck. Lyons back to Gonzalez. That's McLean looking to loft it down the ice. Pomborg still staying at home. Assistant coach Joe Coulter is waiting to open that door right along the Bourne bench. De Silva going to send it on down, no icing here. Ronan Kelly for the Canalmen. Hit hard by De Silva again. Kelly, back to McLean. Carpenito will help get it out. Seitz trying to give it a chase. And a whistle and a stoppage of play with 56.8 to go. Well, following regulation of this game, if you're watching on any of our tape delay feeds, be sure to stick around as our post-game interview will be coming up after that. Live stream audience, unfortunately, you will not catch the post-game interview, but be sure to subscribe to the Bourne Wears Purple YouTube page and turn that notification bell on whenever Bourne High School hockey is live. The Canalman able to get it behind the net. That's Thomas looking to center it. There it is to Hope, and he just missed right along the short side. It's going to come out, forcing a retreat from McLean. If you're Bourne, you can't be disappointed on how this game ended up. Bastos the same, McKenna the follow-up, and Palmborg holds on to that one too. This is one of the closest games that Bourne has played Somerset in a while. I want to say it's been the closest in about 3 years. Last year the results were 4-0 and 5-2. Thomas across off the stick of Sylvia, 15 seconds to go. Goal turned over, Sylvia lofts it down. Gonna be an icing called with 7 seconds. The face-off gonna go by Gavin Rodriguez. So Somerset Berkley's gonna move to 2-3 on the season. They got their first win in conference play in their first attempt. Bourne is gonna go to 1-4-1 as they're gonna pull Palmborg now with 7 seconds on the clock. We'll see if anybody can get one more goal again. For power rankings, win margin's 3. So it's lofted down behind the net. Rosa will get it away. Final second, Hope shoots it. That's why the Raiders win it 3-1. Handshake line's going to go on. The Bourne Canalman, they played a terrific game today, as best as we've seen them play all season despite the scoreboard. But Somerset Berkley, after all those shots that they piled on goal, right now unofficially with 36, we'll get the official tally later on. Coming to Gallo Ice Arena for the 13th consecutive time they've defeated the Bourne Canalman. For our live stream audience, we thank you for tuning in. We had up to 24 viewers at one point. I thank all of you who tuned in to support Ed Strode and I and all of the players, the coaches on the ice. Our tape delay feeds post-game interview is coming up next, so don't go anywhere.